This is a guy who the Metroplex has been flirting with for a while, Myles Turner.
Yeah.
Myles Turner and the fake story. Now, they may have interest, but this was not confirmed as a report. I also got a phone call from someone I trust here at the radio station who said did some digging, and right now it's just nothing but talk. But the tweet was, after acquiring Christian Wood, the Mavericks are looking to also grab Myles Turner per The Athletic. The Athletic did not officially report that, but Myles Turner has been discussed for a long time around here. Matt Gangle has been all over Myles Turner for a while from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. 13-7 and 3 blocks last year, 3.5 blocks the year before. You can touch on Myles Turner, but I think there's a bigger question here after your thoughts.
Look, I mean, if you want to bring in Myles Turner, great. Is he better than, Spencer Dinwiddie? Is he better than, having that first round pick they don't have anymore, right? Like a future first. I'm all for this. I mean, if
you're talking about for a trade.
Yeah, if you think that he is an upgrade, a better player, then do it. I don't sit around watching, tons of Pacer games and Myles Turner games. So yeah, I mean, if you were to tell me that Myles Turner's an upgrade over what they have, or would be a great addition, absolutely do it. Absolutely, this team is in a position to capitalize on a great run. They had a great run this year. Let's get better.
He definitely feels a need, I think. A couple Mavs fans have tweeted back and said, we don't need another big. We just got Christian Wood. I think the overall question is, do the Mavericks still have a need for a Tyson Chandler type?
Yeah.
Do you still have a need for a defensive center that can rebound and block shots? That's supposed to be the weakness of Christian Wood. He's supposed to be awful and lazy defensively. That's the book on him. Maybe he changes once he comes here. But 7 different teams in 7 years, that's not good. So I believe they still do have a need for a backup. Now, Myles Turner ain't going to be no backup.
He's not a backup.
But a backup defensive center who specializes in block shots and rebounding, because as we saw in the postseason, you can get punished, absolutely punished in that area. The Warriors did it to us, and at times in the NBA Finals, the Celtics were doing it to the Warriors. So I don't think Christian Wood erases the need for that on your team on the front line.
I don't think he erases the need
at
all.
He should be able to. I always get mad at people who don't play defense that are athletic freaks. It makes no sense. Luka Doncic, not the fastest of foot. No. He's going to be a bad defender. Okay, fine. But give me a freak in the NBA athletically. Like Giannis doesn't use offense being more popular to suck on defense. He's an athletic freak. He uses it on the defensive end as well. Kevin Garnett did the same exact thing. How much of an excuse is there for Shaquille O'Neal not to be a good defender?
Oh, well, with Shaq, at least he could say, I'm just a big lumbering dude. But you're also going up against lumbering dudes.
Right.
He's not guarding, Steph Curry on the outside.
Right.
So you can make that case. With a guy like Christian Wood, man, I mean, there's no reason a guy.
You don't have an excuse to be that bad.
No. Steve Kerr had an excuse to be bad at defense. He was, athletically challenged compared to the rest of the guys in the NBA.
Yep.
It was an effort thing. It was an effort thing. He put forth the effort. He'll do the best he can. He's capped. Christian Wood's not really capped.
So I went to a Pacer blog. I feel like Mike Bassick now. I really like the name of this blog. 8points9seconds.com.
Ooh.
What's that?
Very Reggie Miller.
Yes,
who apparently was overrated.
Here. Oh, let me write that down because you're going to take us down that path with that freaking idiot Dan Doncic. We'll get to that in a second. But I just want to get a feeling for what another team's website thinks about our talent. Among the players on the Mavs roster, Tim Hardaway Jr., Davis Bertans, and Dwight Powell are probably the cogs that their front office, the Mavs, would be very willing to move. Those players, however, feel no need for the Pacers. Hardaway is a streaky shooter who's essentially a less efficient Buddy Hield. With the Pacers urgently needing to trim the fat in their backcourt to open up more room for their prospects, trading for a veteran gunner would be counterproductive. Meanwhile, Bertans is a walking overpay. His three-point shooting ability is very lethal when activated, but his minimal contribution elsewhere has effectively relegated him into a situational player. Taking on his salary is a nightmare scenario. All of this true so far, by the way. Dwight Powell served as an average starter in the regular season, but he heavily struggled in the playoffs, ending up as a ceremonial starter. All true. Even if the Mavs try to bolster a prospective package by making Dinwiddie available, the Pacers are unlikely to be interested. They still have Hield, Malcolm Brogdon, and TJ McConnell on the roster. So that is the Pacers angle, saying this doesn't make sense for us, and I can't disagree with any of this.
No, look, I mean,
that's why the Christian Wood trade gets a standing O.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Rockets blog, I don't know what they would call that, dreamshake.org, they could say the same thing about the package that they eventually got back from us.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was a futures type, move for them. Get some players that can play. You might be able to flip and trade, but also get the pick. They wanted the pick too. With this trade, let's just say you have to add Dinwiddie into the deal. Does Indiana really want that? Do they want? Well, they rather have picks, and the Mavs have picks to give them. And do they really want picks that are going to be in the 20s? That's where Mav picks are going to be.